Hey guys,
Welcome back to the Dramatic
Elements podcast.
Here we are.
And here we are. Happy December.
Yay!
It's literally December 6th.
It's not.
Not for
Today
us.
is what is November 8th.
It is November 8th.
Yes. So
And fire.
We're actually pre-recording this.
Yeah.
If you remember from it would have been last episode. Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Right.
We are pre-recording a bunch of episodes so we can drop them while we're on winter break.
Yes.
So
you're welcome.
So what I'm hearing is you're welcome. Right.
And exactly. So today we are going to be talking about the difference between growing up in Chicago versus Miami and just being out-of-state students here at UT Austin, where every single person is in state.
Texas.
Yeah.
Right.
Every single person lives 3 hours away and goes home twice a week.
Right.
Yeah.
Twice a week.
And fire.
Correct.
And I love it here.
And we have not been home once.
We haven't been home once. And we're so excited. But anyway,
well, at this point we have not been home once because it's early November.
Right. Yeah, but as of December we'll
have been home.
Yeah,
right.
It'll be almost time for us to go home for a whole month. But
anyway, okay. Let's start with our hometowns.
Okay.
Let's start with our hometowns.
Yes.
Well, the clear difference is the weather. I think that's the clearest difference.
Yeah, that's the obvious.
Just because, guys.
Right.
We couldn't be more. I mean, Miami, would you say Miami has, seasons?
Not at all.
Does Miami have, a winter?
Not at all. We get during, from, December, between December and January, well, maybe, or, maybe November, maybe February, a random, whatever. Throughout those months, we'll get a few weeks where we get a cold front and it'll be ooh, chilly, it's 65 degrees today, and pull out the sweaters. And then there's those random kids in middle school and stuff that will literally pull out puffer jackets for 60-degree weather. And
crazy.
Everyone laughs and it's haha, but low-key I'm jealous because I'm freezing and it's 60 degrees outside.
Wait, that's so funny.
But so yeah, there's definitely not not seasons.
So do you just live in a constant state of neutrality? Is it
it's
ever
just always
it's summer?
Well, okay. In the summer, it gets aggressively hot.
Right.
July and August are wait, this
hundreds.
Is funny. No, it doesn't reach hundreds very often, but here in Texas, it's different because it's a drier heat.
Right.
So it'll hit 100, whatever, and it'll be that painful, just dry heat, whatever.
Yeah.
But in Miami and Florida, it's normally 80s, 90s, and it's just so humid. Especially, I'm literally on Miami Beach. My house is a 5-minute, or growing up was a 5-minute walk from the beach. I'm right on the water.
Yeah.
So it's just painfully humid all the time.
Yeah. It's yeah.
So you just
Does that
feel,
make it hotter?
Yes, it makes it feel a lot hotter because the air just feels so thick. It's just covers.
I remember
you.
that.
When you
I've
visited
Miami twice now.
Yeah.
I want to say just twice.
Uh-huh.
So my sister goes to school there, and I remember being wait, this is why? Because it really isn't. When you look at the forecast, it would be 85, and I'm literally passing out because I feel like my skin is a pool.
No, it gets really, really hot. The thing is, I'd rather be hot than cold. Yeah. So that's why, just side note, even talking about how here in Texas, it gets 50-degree weather. I don't have clothing for 50-degree weather. My warmest outfit that I have beach clothes, and then I have the clothes that I pull out once a year when I go skiing.
Right.
I don't have little sweaters to wear or anything like that.
Yeah,
yeah. Or pants. I literally don't.
Yeah.
I have one pair of sweatpants and one pair of jeans. That's all my pants. I never wear pants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because literally why? So yeah. That's the weather for me, basically. It's pretty simple. Summer, literally year-round, actually year-round. That's why, even on Christmas, or, I go camping every December. We've had camping trips where it's literally 1,000,001 degrees outside, and it's December.
Wow.
We've also had a few where it'll, hit, we'll be going camping right when there's a cold front, and then it's, chilly, and it's so exciting and fun. But, yeah. That's the weather in Miami.
That's
How
crazy.
Then there's Chicago.
Well, the thing with Illinois is it's like the complete opposite.
Right.
In that there are such distinct seasons.
Yeah.
And not only that, but within the seasons, there are so many different temperatures. Like, it's literally like Chicago is like known to be like I don't know what other word to use. I don't know what word to use, but it's where it's just like one day it's 60s and then suddenly it's 10 degrees and then the next day it's 40. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it is so inconsistent. It's like I'm just like in the habit of checking the weather every single morning, even now that I'm here.
Right.
Because
see, I'm so not.
I know. Sometimes Skye will be like, "Oh, I didn't even realize," because I'll be like wearing a little thing, and he'll be like, "I didn't realize it was like chilly today or whatever."
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "No, yeah, like that is like the first thing I do when I wake up is check the weather."
Right.
Because at home I never know what I'm gonna get. You know.
That's so funny. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I would say I would rather be warm than cold.
Yeah.
But it's to a certain extent because like if we're in the 50s, 60s, 70s, not even 70s, honestly, 50s and 60s, peak weather. Like, I would choose that over 80s any day. Like 50s, 60s. Literally, if there was like a place that was just 50s and 60s all year long, I literally think I would live there. Like, I genuinely love that weather.
Yeah.
And then like 70s I'm chilling, 80s I'm like, this is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
And then it's like anything under like 40s, I would prefer 80s. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard to know. But also I feel like it's clear. It's like clear to me now that I'm here that like the place that you grow up in, it just like really like makes, it's actually really interesting how like a human body can be like so different reactive to different weathers because of what you're used to. Because there will be people, like there were people in my acting class wearing pants on the first day in August in Texas, which is still summer. Like, it was literally
that was hot.
95 degrees.
Yeah.
Wearing pants and chilling. What?
Yeah.
I'm wearing literally shorts and a tank top and I am sweating my ass off. I'm coming to class with literally makeup is melted off, face is red. Literally, like, you know what I mean? And like they're all chilling and in like pants. And I'm like, and even today, like today was like maybe like high 70s maybe on my walk to class. It was like high 70s.
Yeah.
And for me, that's pants hot. Weather. This is hot. I'm literally in shorts and a tank top.
Yeah.
Didn't even bring a sweatshirt with to class.
Right.
And I have friends that are in sweatpants.
Right.
And I'm like, how are you not literally melted into the ground? Like, it's crazy. But then again, there have been a couple days where it's reached like 60s.
Yeah.
And I'll wear like a tank top and like maybe like a tank top and like
you're like flowy, like
pants. Flowy pants. And like one of my professors was like, it's still not weather where you can wear a jacket and pants. I was like, no, queen.
Right.
I just can't do it because I would be boiling hot. Like, I feel like I'm just more used to the cold than I am to the hot.
Yeah.
To the heat.
No, I'm sure. Yeah. What do you have like a favorite season?
Fall.
Yeah.
I think
that makes sense with your temperatures that you like. Yeah.
But also, you have to come to Chicago, but specifically to the area that I live in. Yeah. During fall, because it is beautiful. It's not just the weather. It's like the leaves turn red, orange, and yellow, and it's just so pretty. Like, you're walking around, and it's just like wow, this is the life. You know what I mean? Like, there are like a bunch of trees lining the gates of my elementary school, and they're like, everybody knows those trees are like always get really pretty in the fall time, and it's like on a main road that I literally drive on every single day, and I'm just like, nice. It's so pretty. Like, I used to say spring was my favorite. Because I do like spring, because it's still like 70s. What does spring
look like? I like don't even understand what spring looks
like. Spring is, I would say, like 70s degrees, probably.
But is it like all the snow is melting, so it's like muddy and like...
No. Well, that's not how I see it.
Right.
I mean,
so
it depends on the year. you know, because like spring starts in late March. By the time late March comes around, it's likely that the snow would have been melted weeks ago.
Right.
Because the peak times are like, well, it depends on the damn year, but like January and February definitely expect snow, and probably in December.
Yeah.
But like March, I don't know. I don't feel like it usually snows much in March at all.
Right.
So then by the time spring comes, like April, it's like flowers and like 70 degrees, and it's very like it's like summer but cool, a little cooler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain. It's like in the middle. I would say it's somewhere in the middle of fall and summer.
Right.
You know.
Which is so interesting cuz like I've never seen fall colors
That's
in
crazy.
person, like, or been somewhere in the spring when it's like springtime.
Yeah.
I don't know. So like those two seasons, like,
yeah.
Once again, I have summer and then I have when I go skiing.
Right.
Those are like the two things
wild.
I know.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, I feel like everybody needs to experience like a real fall one time at least in their life, because it literally changes you. Because when I was younger, I was like spring all the way. I don't really like fall, da-da-da.
Yeah.
Once I got into high school, I started appreciating fall, and I was like, oh, this is beauty. It's like, I get, you know, like little cute little jackets, cute little sweaters, like cute little like slippers, and like the sun is shining, but like it's not, I'm walking and I feel so like at peace. Like I'm just like the perfect temperature. I love the feeling of like your hands being like a little bit cold, but not like actually. And there's like a coffee shop, so cute, that's like 5-minute walk from my house, and it's like a local shop, you know, coffee shop, and you go and you just like order your little matcha, you know what I mean? Like, oh my god, I just love it. I think that's like one of the biggest things I miss from home, honestly, is the fall weather. Like, it was just glorious.
Right.
But then again, January and February in Texas is temperature wise gonna drop. It is going to drop, you know. And then all my people at home are gonna be like miserable, because that's when you get into the like, it's literally in the negatives, and that's I can't do that.
I went to Chicago this past year, and I think it was January. I think it was like late January.
Yeah.
And it was rough out there.
Was it?
We went out to
the
like
wind. Bro.
Yeah, no, it's just that thing where you cover every single inch of your body. Like, you have the little like earmuffs, and like I was there visiting.
But it's never enough. I fear it's never enough.
Oh yeah. I was there visiting like my neighbor who lives there right now. She's at grad school at U Chicago, and so she had all the earmuffs and little things. So she was like hooking me and my sister up, and girl,
honestly, this past I don't really remember about January. Yeah, but like February was better this year than like than like a lot of years. Like usually it's like horror. I just remember like February, like mid-February was really not that bad. It was like probably 30s, which is not cold for February.
Right.
But like I was thinking about this, like on Halloween here, it was warm. I was walking in my costume, so chilling, whatever. There have been Halloweens, bruh, in 8th grade. Yeah. It was like monumental, because on Halloween it was a snowstorm on Halloween.
See, like, I couldn't imagine that. Like, what do? Do you like plan costumes for warm outfits? Like,
that's the earliest it snowed, right? That I can remember. I don't remember it ever snowing on Halloween except for that one year, because that year, I don't know, something happened, and but it was like bad too. Like, it wasn't like pretty snow. Like, it was bad. Me and my friends, I remember we like basically just put coats on. It was like we barely were dressed up because we couldn't, you know, whatever. Right. And we like trekked through the snow with the wind. The thing about Chicago is the wind. The windy city. It makes it so much worse, because the wind is literally, your face is numb. There is no face. Your face is gone. Literally, you cannot feel your face. And so we're like going up to the houses, and we're like, we get horrible. But even though that year was like peak horrible, every single year on Halloween you're wearing a coat. You are not going out without a coat. Like, it is not, like every
That's
picture
so
of me when I'm like
interesting.
little outside with my little bag, like I have a little coat on over my like princess dress or whatever.
I think that like that is the biggest thing that is like I just can't even fathom
Right.
in terms of being in a cold weather place, a place with seasons, is being little. When
Yeah.
I think about like when you were just in elementary school and you went out to the playground and it was winter outside
Yeah.
and you had coats on and like you take off your coat when you go into class. Like I don't think you understand how
That's so funny, bro.
foreign of an idea that is. Like when it got
Really?
chilly out, we would just like wear a long sleeve under our school shirt, and that would be like, ooh, oh my god, there's something in my eye. They would be like, oh my god, that's so like it's so oh my gosh. So wearing like a long sleeve underneath our little school shirt, that was like the whoa, it's literally 65 degrees outside.
That's
And that was
crazy.
it. Like we were still in our shorts. It was just a long
You
sleeve
were
under
still
our
in your
shirt.
shorts.
Like
I'm
that
dead.
was the winter.
That's
Like I don't
crazy.
know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just so that's also something I just can't even fathom.
That's so funny. Well,
Like
I remember like my elementary schools
yeah.
specifically, you would like they wouldn't let you in the building until
Uh-huh.
like the day began. Like it's not like high school where you can just walk into the building obviously and then just
Right.
like hang around until you want to go to class. It's like, cuz we're all like 5. So in retrospect it made perfect sense, but
Yeah.
when it's winter out and they will
Yeah.
not let you inside, it's like
Oh.
those were traumatic years. Like
Yeah.
literally outside, hat, probably like snow pants, boots. I'm literally shaking. I'm like 7 or 8 years old and like begging the like security guards to let us in.
Yeah.
And also me and my friends and I'm 7 years old, like literally. I don't know how they resisted. Like little kids being like, "Can
Right.
we
I'm
please go in? I'm freezing."
freezing.
Like I'd be crying.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't let us in because that was like the rule.
Right.
But for months and months, every single year, every single day, we would be out there for like 10, 15 minutes, like freezing.
Oh
And
my
like they would
gosh.
not let us. And then it was like, I just like, I don't know. Like that's not an experience that you'll ever
I will
understand.
never
Like that's
understand that.
crazy.
Or even going to high school, or I just can't picture anything where it's cold outside. Like my high school was all outside. I ate lunch
What?
outside. There was like
What?
7 different buildings in my high school, so like you're always walking outside.
Yeah, they couldn't do that.
When could
No,
like
they couldn't do
that's
that.
I just can't.
That's wild.
I could never
I mean,
imagine
ours like
that
my high
life.
school had like a little courtyard outside for like when it was nice out,
Right.
but no, it was
Do you
like
like
everything was connected inside.
wait, this is a weird question, but like do you okay, so you have your coat that you
Mhm.
wear to class. Do you like take it off and drop it off in the morning in a room and come back and get it, or you take it with you throughout the day? Like a whole coat? Like
No,
in so
because
much
this is a
clothing?
good question.
Okay.
Well, in elementary and middle school, we had
Mm-hmm.
lockers, so we would just go to your locker and put it in
Oh,
there.
right.
My high school was like weird. Like there were like there were lockers everywhere, but you didn't get an assigned locker. You had to ask to have a locker. So I didn't have a
Right.
locker all of high school because I just didn't want one.
Yeah.
So the amount of times that I wore a winter coat, like actually wore a winter, I would wear my winter. I think most people did this at my high school, honestly.
Okay.
Wear my winter coat in the car and then make a run for it into the building without my coat
Right.
at the beginning of the day because it is such a hassle to have to carry it around all day
I
without
could
a locker.
imagine. That's
I mean,
so
it's like
bulky.
right.
Yeah.
I think I probably did that like maybe like 10, 15 times in my whole high school
Where you
career
carried it
where I
around
did
with
carry it
you.
around. It wasn't really that big of a deal. It was just
Yeah.
like annoying. But
Yeah.
those were days where it was like, oh, even from from my car to the
Building.
the 2-minute walk,
Yeah.
I will get sickly and literally die on the floor. Like those days,
That's so crazy.
I'm wearing my coat.
Yeah.
But also like junior year, my school did it where it was like senior year, seniors could park in the lot, so that was
Right.
not a short walk. Junior
I
year,
mean that was a short walk?
or yeah, it was a short
Yeah.
walk. It was a short walk. The junior year, no, you can't park in a lot. But I'm driving myself to school, so the
Mhm.
walk was a good 9 minutes. So those days,
Whoa.
the coat was on. The coat was
Yeah.
on. And sometimes I would leave it in like the like backstage like dressing rooms,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? Because I was just like, I'm claiming this and nobody's gonna take it, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah. But like as a kid, yeah. Just like
Yeah.
put it in your locker, you know? In your
How
little boots.
fun. I can't. That's crazy.
Yeah. So moving on from weather,
Yes.
you know, let's talk about like the actual neighborhoods that we live in.
Right. Yeah.
So I live I would say about a 30-minute north of the peak of Chicago, of the city.
Right.
So I'm like up here, like super at the peak of Illinois.
Yeah.
At the like northeast corner of
Uh-huh.
Illinois. So my area is like suburban. Like it's very like chill. Like I feel like people at this school misunderstand what I mean when I tell them where I'm from, because they're thinking I'm literally like the city girl who's like walking.
Right.
No, guys. No.
Right.
No. Like it's chill. You know, it's very chill. Like, but honestly, I love that. Honestly, I really love the area that I grew up in, because I feel like I know so many people in my neighborhood, because it's not like a huge city, you know. And like I love the people that I grew up around. I love the area. It's cute vibes. It's cute, like, you know, whatever. But then if I want to go to the city and have like a city day, it's not hard at all. Literally, let me jump on the train, or like, you know what I mean? Like it's not.
So your school and
best
things
of both worlds
are in your little town?
Oh yeah. My school is like 5-minute drive from my house. Right. Literally. Yeah. But yeah.
So you have like you have like your whole little life, and then you can go into the city.
It's a double life.
And
exactly.
And So in Miami, we have downtown Miami. That's where like what you maybe picture. I don't know what you picture specifically when you think of Miami, but
Coral Gables.
Okay, so you know Coral Gables. Coral Gables is more inland, like it's like not right on the beach. I live on the beach.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like 45 minutes from Coral Gables. But when you think of, or when a lot of people think of Miami, we have like the Miami Beach party life. When you think of like people going to Miami for spring break, they're going to Miami Beach. My high school is in the middle of Miami Beach, like 2 blocks from the actual ocean.
From the sand.
Yeah, from the sand. My high school is right there. So that's where my high school is. And then right next to Miami Beach, there's like a little 1-mile town called Surfside. And that's where I like grew up. That's where my house was, like up until a year ago that I just moved out of. And it was 5-minute walk to the beach. So basically, I loved living there because I'm literally on the border of Miami Beach. Like, you cross a street and you're in Miami Beach, you're across the other way and you're in Surfside. Like, that's, I was right there. But I kind of got the little town feel because, once again, I was a little 1-mile long town, literally, right on the beach with like, it's basically the whole town is just the neighborhood, but then close to the beach, there's like a street with like a CVS, a Starbucks, little shops, little restaurants and things like that. So I could always walk to all those places, or I could walk to the beach, or I drive 20 minutes and I'm in the middle of Miami Beach.
Right.
And then if you keep going from Miami Beach, driving inland a little bit, that's where downtown is. So that's where my dad's house is now, in like a high rise, whatever. That's when you picture like the Miami Beach city,
right?
Or like Miami City, whatever. Like there, my dad's house now, the city that I type in is just Miami. Like that is Miami. The millions of high rises and million people everywhere. So that's where I grew up. So it's kind of the opposite. It's not slow paced by any means.
Yeah, that's wild.
Everywhere is pretty crazy, pretty like
so
busy,
are you like a beach
touristy. Girl? I would say I'm a beach girl.
Like how often do you think you go to the beach?
Not as often as you would think. But I've grown up where the beach has been a very like prevalent thing in my life, especially because you can go to the beach year round. There's not a day of the year that you don't go to the beach because it's cold, like because it's too anything.
Like, would you say you've gone like at least once a month?
Oh, once a month, girl.
Oh,
Yes,
okay, okay,
of
okay.
course. No, and when I was little, like every Friday we would do a beach picnic. Like
I'm
I
dead.
grew up at the beach literally every single weekend, but then when I got older with my friends, once we had cars, we could go to different places and whatever.
Right.
So like then we didn't go to the beach as often, but if I'm going twice a month, I'm missing the beach because what do you mean only twice this month? Like it's right there.
Wait, that's
It's all the
wild. Yeah.
time. Like the
Like I
beach
feel
is
like
just an
I've been to
everyday
the
thing.
beach on average. Like the beach, there is a beach by my house
Oh
because like it
yeah,
is near like
lake
the lake.
something, right?
Some lake. I literally wish I could tell you,
Isn't it
but
like
I should
Michigan?
really know that to be
Right.
honest. But we'll cut that part out. The amount of times that I've been to that beach like per
Yeah.
year is like maybe 5, maybe not
Right.
even to be
Right.
honest. I'm also not really a beach girl,
Right.
to be honest, but that's crazy.
Because it's also like, I don't know, it's just what you do.
I have a question.
Oh, what's your question?
Let's talk about how like the holiday season
Right.
looks different in each state because
so different.
I am now that I'm thinking about because I always associate like December, like Christmas time with like snow, hot chocolate,
Right.
ice skating, like da da da. What's that like for
We
you?
don't have any of that. Like,
Have you ever been ice skating?
yes, of course.
Okay,
What I
okay.
was literally gonna say is, in the wintertime, we'll go to the indoor ice skating rink. That's fake everything, and like we'll put on a little jacket because
Well,
it's cold in
okay,
that
yeah, at
room,
least
and we're
there's
like, oh my
that.
gosh, okay, ice skating.
Right.
We'll drink hot chocolate when it's 85 degrees out. Like we just do. You just like make it your
I'm
own.
actually dead.
But there's
That's
no
so cute.
and like Thanksgiving. I'll wear Thanksgiving colors and things, but it's a tank top and shorts still.
That's crazy.
And like I'll like
this is like actually really hard for me to understand.
that's
Like
how
that
I
is
don't think you understand how
crazy.
hard it is to like think about your
Wait,
life
so
where
do
you
you go
need
to
to
a Thanksgiving
bundle up.
dinner in like a like what do you go to a Thanksgiving
Last
dinner
year
in?
I wore a tube top and jeans.
Okay, that's pretty standard.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
I would wear a
'cause
sweater, but
jeans
that's
are
pretty
like
standard.
nice.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm not gonna wear little
Yeah.
shorts to a like nice
See,
dinner.
but it's like I want you to experience the aesthetic. Like I need you to go to Chicago during like December, like late December. It's just such a specific like it's like New York or whatever,
right.
like
Any
same
big
kind
city,
of thing.
yeah, like
But it's like there's something about being cold that is like it's just like
makes you want to get more
community.
cozy.
You know what I
and
mean? It's like
everyone's going
we're
through
all
it.
like it's like have you ever seen the movie Elf?
Yes, like a long time ago.
Okay,
though, but
well, there's
yeah,
a
I've
scene where
seen
they're
it
like ice
before.
skating, and I always think about it because it's
Right.
like we're ice skating. We're literally you can't see an inch of my skin except for
Right.
like my nose. You
Yeah.
know? Like I'm literally covered. I have like my my friend's hand or whatever,
Yeah.
and we're ice skating, and it's just like the snow is fall. Like it's like
right.
it's very like winter wonderland like
Yeah.
Hallmark movie. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? And like I don't know. And also just the thoughts of like knocking on someone's door, like going inside the house and being so freezing outside and going in and then just being
Right.
like, and like I get to take my jacket
right.
off and like get under the covers with my hot chocolate and it's
Yeah.
like snowing outside. Like I don't know. I feel
Right.
like
No, I
that's
would
just
love.
wild.
I always said, like, not whatever. Yes, I have said for quite some time now that my undergrad I wanted to do in like a warm place because I was like that would be way too aggressive of a change
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't want to
if you had
jump
gone
into
to like
that.
New York, that would be
But
crazy.
exactly,
Yeah.
or like Boston, anything like that.
Yeah. Boston.
But for my like graduate school or pharmacy school or whatever,
Right.
I would love to go somewhere colder. Even though now I'm obsessed with UT pharmacy school, but so maybe I'll be here for
What can I say?
for that. But then maybe residency or literally any time in my
Yeah,
life, I
yeah.
would love to spend a few years in somewhere cold.
Yeah.
Just because I can't understand that life.
Yeah,
Like, and I
yeah.
know I'm never gonna get it
Yeah.
until because I could go visit for a week, but I'm not understanding living
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Like,
I feel like all the things that I'm talking about with like Christmas time and snow and all that is like now that I'm talking about it, I'm like, wait, that is wonderful.
Right.
Like, wait, I'm so excited for winter break and to do
Yeah.
these things. But in the moment, it's like, oh, so I literally want to cry at how freezing I am and I can't feel a bone in my body. But now
Yeah.
I feel like now that I've been away from that,
Right.
I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
Guys, where's Winter Wonderland? But this is kind of good because now I get to go home for like a month.
Oh yeah, you'll
You know.
experience it and then you'll come back here.
Yeah, exactly.
Be chilling.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
No, it is. And that's even just going back to like the crazy Miami, the tourist everywhere, the like insanity. It's funny talking to people from little random towns in Texas who come to Austin and they're like, I literally heard this one guy be like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, Austin is such a jump up in terms of just the crowdedness and the busyness and like there's just so much going on.
Jump up
and like
from what? Where they're from?
His little town in the middle of nowhere, Texas, where it's everyone knows everyone and there's no diversity and he just like does nothing for fun. I don't know.
Yeah. That's
but
so interesting.
I feel like coming to Austin is like slowing down the pace. There's not the crazy tourists everywhere. And especially my high school being right in the middle of Miami Beach was like my favorite thing in the world because you like walk outside and there's just crazy people everywhere. Yeah. And another thing that I just like people are like, oh wait, I've never even thought about that. Spring break, that is a distinct season of the year.
Really?
I cannot leave my house from
why?
April because I don't know if you've seen the news about the amount of people we get in Miami for spring break, but it genuinely affects my life. Like it genuinely affects me because
I didn't even know people went to Miami for spring break.
Hello, girl.
I'm dead.
It's like all the college
traveling
kids.
Is not like a huge thing where I'm from in high school, I guess.
It's
except for senior year.
I guess it's just blasted in my face because
wait, that's crazy.
Like if you look up Miami spring break, I don't think you understand how serious. Like it's like this past year,
like how many people do you think like are just coming?
Like millions. Like there's crazy amounts of people. This past year they put out a video, like the city of Miami put out a video being like we had like hardcore curfews, so you can't be out of your house past like 11 p.m. or something, just because people come to Miami and they think there's no laws here, there's no nothing here, and they trash the city for 2 months every single year. And there's so much traffic, you can't go anywhere. Like that, I feel like is something that is just such a casual thing. Like March and April, you just can't go anywhere.
Wait, that's everything's a unique experience, though.
I like, think it crazy. Is, which I don't even recognize. Like I don't know, just anyone who's not from Miami, just look up online Miami Beach spring break. The headlines, I'm sure, are crazy. Like just insane things happen. And my dad was a cop for like 30 years, and he's even said like, yeah, it's just a crazy time in Miami and on Miami Beach. Like cuz the tourists genuinely just come to Miami thinking no rules, no laws. I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to trash the city and then go home in a week. And it's just crazy.
That's terrible.
It's a crazy time.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Let me just say that quick question. Okay. When you tell people that you're from Miami, when you're here, do they have like a crazy reaction?
Yes.
Because every single time I've told anybody where I'm from, they literally look at me like I'm literally an animal in a zoo. Yes. I literally am like, I'm like, what? Yeah. This is so funny because 90% of the people, what is it, 90%? It's something like there's a law where like 90% of the student population literally at UT is from Texas.
Yes.
So when you think about that statistic, like that's an insane ratio. The amount of times that and that's why it's even more insane that we're roommates. Like, that's really why it's insane that we're roommates.
Yeah, only 300 million reasons why it's insane that we're roommates.
Right.
You know.
But that's why if anyone from the school that's from Texas, which is most people, meet someone that's from out of state, and especially from somewhere that's
big
known.
City.
Yes, especially
Chicago,
from somewhere that's
Miami,
known.
Those are big names.
It's like, what?
Gagged.
Like, tell
No,
me
immediately
everything,
gagged.
literally.
Yes, and I'm like, what do you want me to say?
Like, it's cold. Like,
Right.
literally what?
Right, yeah.
It's really funny.
I've even had the experience where someone asks, like, oh, what city are you from? Like, in Texas. Like, they just assume you're from Texas.
Right.
Everybody's from Texas.
Yes.
All the, like, friends we've mentioned are from
They're
Texas.
all from Texas. Yeah.
Everybody's from Texas here. Like, no one
Except
understands.
for me and you.
Except for us.
Against the world.
Too funny. Okay, well, we can continue this conversation another day. So drop any more questions you have in the comments about living in Chicago or Miami or just being out of state. We'll probably talk more about that at some point. But right now we're going to get into our dramatic elements. Right. So since we're filming this episode so far in advance, we're just going to talk about random dramatic moments that have happened in recent months. So it's not really a this happened yesterday thing. Anyway, so I can start us off today. I'm just going to be talking about a dramatic moment from when my sister visited a few weeks ago. Right. So I don't know if you guys know, I know that you do, but the Sister Squad, right, from years ago.
Whipping out the sister. I don't know if you guys know, but the Sister
Squad, okay, which consisted of James Charles, Ethan Dolan, Grayson Dolan, and Emma Chamberlain. Naturally. This was a huge thing in like 2018. Emma Chamberlain's still kicking it. The Dolan twins went into hiding like 4 years ago.
She better be kicking it.
Oh.
Kicking it till her last damn day.
Girl, that girl has money.
Yeah,
and she's like 22. Yeah. And you know what?
Period. And period.
And then there's James Charles.
We don't need to
talk about
a whole other episode.
Yeah, that's no. I don't. Who the fuck is James Charles?
No.
What an interesting man. Right. Anyway, but I just want to talk about the drama of me and my sister. So basically, I don't know what got us started thinking. Oh, I think she just told me that she had been rewatching random Sister Squad videos because they're just hilarious.
Naturally.
And she like saw one like in a recommended or something recently and then just started watching a bunch of them. And so when she came to visit, she was like, Skye, we have to revisit these videos because when they were actively coming out, me and her loved them, obviously, like the rest of the population, I'm assuming.
I can't say I've seen a single one.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wait, that's crazy.
I know. I can picture James Charles. I obviously know Emma Chamberlain. The other two, can't even picture them. No idea.
Are you serious?
Yes.
No, when the Sister Squad was formed, that was a huge thing because I knew Emma Chamberlain, James Charles, and me and my sister loved the Dolan twins. We loved them all separately.
Oh, wow.
And then when they came together, it was
that's crazy.
This is insane. Like,
that's crazy.
And then they became a friend group and made all these videos together. And then it was the best time of everything.
Then didn't it fall apart?
Oh, it fell apart. Basically, James Charles got into a humongous scandal.
Well, right. I remember that.
And then they dropped him. And then, so then like, it was like Ethan Dolan, bruh. Ethan, Grayson, and Emma made videos, 3 of them, and then everything kind of fell apart. And then the Dolan twins went off the internet. They're not on the internet.
Really?
Did you not?
I don't even know who these people are.
Sorry, this is like such a big thing in my life. I remember the Grayson, the oh my god, I keep on like mixing up the Dolan twins like last episode, last video on YouTube. They like
I need to do some
there's
research. I don't even know how to
much
picture
lore. There's so much lore there. It's crazy. Right. But the drama that I'm specifically talking about, never mind all this other drama of them getting together and then
from like 2016.
falling apart. Literally, it's from like 2018.
Yeah.
Basically, the Ethma drama, the Ethma ships, Ethan Dolan and Emma Chamberlain.
Yeah, but is that real? Are they dating?
Well, not actively. No.
Oh, okay,
Ethan's just got married to some other girl named Krista or something.
Okay. Like, I'm lost. Well, not actively. He just got married. Okay.
No. But basically, me and my sister were watching a video, and at the time of the Sister Squad, Ethma, Ethan and Emma, was like the biggest ship of the century. And there's just so much, like, so many compilations of Sister Squad videos being like they were literally dating, or like a clip will get cut short.
This is the question. Do you think they were dating?
I know that they were. And I know that they were. And they never came out about it, and they never said anything about it. But basically, it was just funny because my sister and I were being very dramatic, literally screaming in my dorm because we were watching a Sister Squad video, and they bleeped something out, and we think they bleeped out the word girlfriend because it was Grayson saying oh, you're just mad because your girlfriend's not here yet or something. And it was Emma. And, it was just, and then me and my sister started looking up.
That's a given.
Oh, there's girl. And the way that they look at each other, the way that Ethan looked at Emma, guys, let's be so for real. Anyway.
This is literally 6-year-old drama. No, this is 6-year-old dramatic element. Is from. We literally said, no, guys, since we're pre-recording, we're gonna do one from a couple months in advance. She's actually whipping out a dramatic element from 7th grade.
My sister and I are not the only ones that are still stuck on this, because obviously we're watching these videos, and I said I need to see a compilation video, so I go on TikTok and I look up Ethma ship or something like that, and a literal edit of the two of them from 3 weeks ago was the first thing that came up. And I said,
real. And I know it was made by you.
A girl never reveals her secrets. Okay, a girl never reveals her secrets. But I did watch that video, shipping the two of them, and me and my sister were screaming. And it was very dramatic, and I felt like I was in 2018 again, and it was a great time, and I recommend rewatching Sister Squad videos. And you need to get cultured. We'll be watching. We need to watch.
So mad.
We need to watch their haunted house video. The viewers know what I'm talking about.
We need to watch
Summer. By the way, for you guys who know these videos, we watched the video where they bought outfits for each other. Yeah, and you know.
I hope not a single viewer knows what you're talking about.
The thing is, I know that they know. And I know that they know. Because every single one of their videos got 30 million views.
I know. It was a big
thing. They were huge. And each one of their videos,
why were they called Sister Squad? Anybody know?
Do you remember James Charles?
His whole sisters.
Thing? Exactly.
Yeah, but
literally in the video that me and Summer were watching, James Charles was like, "Hey, welcome back to Sister Squad," and Grayson was like, "Nobody is agreeing to that name." And James Charles said, "Well, I just made it up, and I'm sure the viewers agree." And so then they were like, "Comment down below."
And then everybody was like, "Yes."
Well, I don't know what people commented, girl. I didn't go through the comments. I just know that the name Sister Squad stuck. No matter what Grayson or Ethan or Emma, anyone was saying, James Charles was sticking to that brand.
Sister Squad.
One thing that if James Charles has one thing, it's a brand.
This is low-key the original Hype House.
And it is.
Yep.
And it was better than the Hype House.
What even was the Hype House?
Bruh.
That's another episode. That's enough.
This is another episode. We should do an episode on just internet lore and internet drama.
So much
and we should review the internet lore.
Nikocado avocado.
Bruh, I didn't know who that man was until 2 months ago or a month, whenever that was.
Oh,
weeks ago,
I knew who he was.
Really? I did.
Yeah, and I have opinions on that too.
Yes. Is this your dramatic element?
Let's talk about my dramatic element. Nikocado avocado. So Nikocado avocado. Yes. Do you know the situation with him?
I just know that he
he used to do these mukbang. Basically, he was
crazy.
He would do these mukbang type videos.
Yeah.
Which did I ever watch a single one? No, because she knows I love mukbangs. But I love when they're
Wait, side note, I'm on the phone with my girlfriend and it's 11 p.m. and I perk up my ears for 1 second.
No, don't lie,
and
bro.
I hear the craziest, and then I heard you actually.
Do you actually?
Yeah. And I'm thinking, wow, I'm already starving from the lack of food I've eaten today because the dining hall is nothing.
Are you kidding?
And I'm like, wow.
Wait, and I know it ate. So basically, well, me and my girlfriend have an obsession with mukbangs. But
yes, anyway.
Those ones have to be, they're I don't need to see
No, the messy.
Oh, I will literally throw up. Anyway, he like left the fucking internet or whatever, and then he came back and he was like, I'm skinny now. That was the drama.
Wasn't the whole thing that he kept posting videos with him being like super big?
Yes,
and they were all pre-recorded.
Yes,
and then all of a sudden
he was like, I fooled you all. I said, okay, the fuck. Then that was drama. Okay, then the real drama came in when he backtracked on it and said, I fooled you again. That was pre-recorded. I'm so big. Did you see that?
I like vaguely heard about this, but I didn't know who this man was.
He's a mastermind. Is he skinny or is he not? Like literally.
And guys, what year are we in?
What year are we in, guys?
Yeah.
Like, and let me tell you, I have proof for why he is skinny at the moment.
Oh.
So.
What the? Bro, did he do the apple dance?
Yes.
That's what I heard someone be like, wait, like the 3 videos that I saw about this, someone was like, the apple dance.
He literally posted a video, and he literally was like, I think the da 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 da, and he's thin, and I'm thinking, did you predict the apple dance too? Did you pre-record?
Were you and Charlie like
did
this?
Did you pre-record the apple dance before Charlie XCX posted her mastermind that was Brat?
I'm dead.
And that one girl on TikTok made the apple dance?
I'm so dead.
I didn't think so, Nikocado Avocado.
And then I saw people being like, well, AI can make videos these days. And
that was not AI. Don't even... That AI type... No. AI could not have made that. That was like literally...
It was literally Nikocado Avocado.
That was Nikocado Avocado.
Guys, I'm dying at today's dramatic.
Right.
What did we just talk about?
So, what today's dramatic elements were literally what we think about the Sister Squad,
right,
and Mr. Avocado,
right. And maybe this was just a sneak peek on our upcoming video about the internet that we didn't even know was going to happen. But now I fear it could be fun.
It might have to happen.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that was episode 7. Of the Dramatic Elements podcast. Yes. Thank you for joining us today. Leave a comment down below, leave a like, leave a review on Spotify,
click
all
that
the usual. Click that poll. Let us know what you want to hear.
Yes.
Let us know if you have any questions, comments, concerns.
Right.
And we hope you're having a great start to your December.
And let us know if you think Nikocado Avocado is skinny right now.
And let me know if you ship Ethma.
Correct. And there might have to be a separate poll.
And I'm dead.
Well, thanks for listening. See you next time.
We love you.